When telling a day in the life story, we wanted to have a story from a unique perspective, and that is what we found. We met Anthony on the streets of Coventry on a Monday night in early November, and he was generous enough to share his story with us and to talk us through his day-to-day life. For personal reasons, he did not want to be filmed, but was happy for us to record the interview and to share his story.
A few years ago, Anthony had it all: a wife, kids, and his own business. A self-made man since the age of 17, Anthony owned a successful cafe and was content with living a very comfortable lifestyle. However, he now finds himself homeless and has been sleeping in car parks for the last 5 weeks. Anthony puts his downward spiral to an accident at work. Having fallen down a manhole one day, his leg was broken, leaving him without any means to work and subsequently without any means to provide for his family. Being a self-employed man, Anthony was unable to claim insurance, and he was helpless as his life started to fall apart around him.
How did I come home?
Yeah.
A breakdown. As
Okay.
in financial breakdown.
2008?
No,
No?
13.
13?
2013.
Okay.
Gone from owning my own business,
Really?
owning my own house,
Really?
wife, kids, to living on the street.
Anthony turned to payday loans as a way to support his family, but soon found himself buried in debt with no means of escape. One day in late July this year, he heard a knock at the door. His first reaction was that the police had come to take him away. Yet what awaited him, he tells us, was much, much worse. Bailiffs arrived at his family home to claim back for the money he owed, and Anthony had no choice but to give up his home, and 3 months later found himself homeless. Having to leave his wife and children behind, as he feared he would only be a burden on them, Anthony fled with only a tent.
Sleeping in a tent night after night was hard enough. It was about to get a whole lot harder for Anthony. His tent was burnt by strangers in the night, and not for the first time, Anthony found himself, again, having to leave his home behind. He tells us how homeless females are often sought after for prostitution, and he too has procurers looking to recruit him for gay prostitution on a regular basis.
Anthony spends most of his day in the city centre of Coventry playing his harmonica to try and scrape some money together for food. However, on the day we were fortunate enough to hear Anthony's story was also the same day that his harmonica broke. Anthony has applied for many jobs and got very close to securing one last week. But after the employer found out he was homeless, he was reluctant to give Anthony a job as he did not want to tarnish the brand of his company.
Anthony has been applying for benefits for some time now, but he tells us that he's unable to claim anything due to not having a home address. Having paid into the system since the age of 17, Anthony is often left in despair as to why he cannot claim anything back. Anthony tells us there is a lot of help for the homeless in Coventry as long as you are under the age of 25. Anthony, however, is not under the age of 25 and has therefore been unable to take advantage of the help that has been offered to him.
Anthony tells us there is a close bond between him and other homeless individuals in Coventry, and they look out for each other, with Anthony often helping the women in Coventry who have become homeless to escape from prostitution rings. Although Anthony has been homeless for 5 weeks, he is determined to get back on his feet. He tells us he has gained life experiences that he will never forget. He's seen the world from so many different perspectives, and although he's had his fair share of troubles over the last 5 weeks, he is still astounded to this day to how nice and generous many individuals can be.
One of the things that keeps me going every day, is how nice people are. In this world, there's a lot of good, honest, good people.